From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
American Door Company has been family-owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
Good morning, everyone. The weekend is almost here. You've got one more work day. I do too, but I do have the weekend off thanks to, of course, my sponsor for the weekend. Get Brian coming on in here over the weekend. Be sure to watch him this weekend because we got a lot of changes coming in store for us as we go into next week. So you want to be up to speed with what's going to be happening. And Brian Wilson does a great job. I think he's doing a great job here. I hope you think he's doing the same. And I'm looking forward to many more months, many more years of him staying on board. We'd love to keep him around for a while. Keeping it dry through Sunday. Yeah, I'm pushing back the chances for rain out there, not to mention the fact that we're pushing back the cooler temperatures. So the wet pattern arrives sometime around Sunday evening, Sunday night, although a little bit sooner than that for the coast, which we'll see here on Futurecast. Snow levels will mainly be above 6,000 feet. These are warm storms. So snow levels, unfortunately, are going to be fairly high. The base of Mount Shasta Ski Park, unfortunately, is at about 5,500 feet. So I think it'll be borderline. I think we could see some snowflakes, but probably not a lot of accumulation. We can get it a little bit lower, and sometimes it happens. I mean, these are just overall estimates with those snow levels, so they could get a little bit lower. We'll see. But these are fairly warm storms. I do expect to still see some clouds out there today, so temperature-wise, it's going to be about the same for everyone. For the Valley, Siskiyou, Modoc County, Eastern Mountains, and really overall not much change here for the North Coast, inland, and even into Trinity County either. So that's what we're looking at here. Now, still looking at that air stagnation advisory. I just have to mention this every day. Temperature inversion, temperatures increase with height. That traps any pollutants we have in the atmosphere, any added pollutants such as smoke. So when we're talking about wood-burning stoves, maybe just kind of put that down to a minimum as far as how much burning you do in your wood-burning stove. There are the clouds here for this morning, and not to mention through most of the day today. Cold air swinging down to the south. See this little swirl of low pressure? This right here is the developing phases of the storm system that will be impacting us over the weekend. So we see this area of low pressure right here. This will be coming in. So of course, where is it coming from? From the south. And we've got warmer air associated with that. But typically with warmer air, you've got nice ample amount of moisture too. So yeah, that could bring us some decent amounts of rainfall as well. We'll get to that here in a second. I want to show you Futurecast. Today, of course, mainly sunny skies. Again, it's not really picking up a whole lot on those high-level clouds, but we'll see that today. And that's dry conditions on Saturday. Now we take you into your Sunday. And look at that. There's the rain coming on in. So, yeah, I think Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, all of the North Coast, inland, the coast in general, seeing the showers, but probably less activity east of that. Now, there could be a stray sprinkle, a light shower for some of us late in the day on Sunday. But overall, it's dry for the weekend, minus, of course, the North Coast on Sunday. There it is Monday. Now it's all pushing through. Not a lot of snow. You see the little patches of blue here? That's the snow. So that's why we expect high snow levels. That's Monday. Let's take you into Tuesday. Once again, another batch of moisture coming in. We're seeing a little bit more blue on the map, indicating slightly lower snow levels. That's good, right? Because the ski park, it'd be nice if we could get it down to 5,000 feet. It'd be nice if we could get it down to 4,000 feet. That's not going to be the case, though. But maybe right around where Mount Shasta Ski Park is at the base. Of course, as you go higher, you've got better chances for those snowflakes and accumulating snow. Wednesday, the storm system itself is shifting southward. So we're seeing the flow around that low pressure system kind of transport some of that rain and moisture up to our north. So what does that mean? Well, you know, Redding, Red Bluff, the valley seeing chances for showers. We could see some of this kind of wrap around as well. So eastern mountains could see some activity, but the north end kind of cuts off right around Siskiyou and Modoc County, and maybe even for parts of the coast as well. But there still is a slight chance for these areas. We'll have to kind of watch for that. And then by Thursday, it pushes down to the south. We're dry Thursday, we're dry Friday, right? And then this is Friday of next week that we're looking at here. Look at this lack of activity here. So as we go into that next weekend, it looks fairly dry, but we've got to maybe watch that system kind of moving in a little bit closer. Rainfall totals. If you watched yesterday evening's forecast, you may have heard me say, when we look out this far, sometimes you just got to look at them and go, those are way too high. Chop those numbers in half. That's essentially what's happened in just a 12-hour period with the forecast model. The same one that we're looking at from this yesterday evening. These numbers were around 5 and even close to 6 inches of rain. What happened? These numbers have been chopped in half. Now, are these overdoing it? A little bit, in my opinion. I'd say closer to maybe 1.5 to a little over 2 inches of rain, possibly in the valley, but these numbers are closer to what we could see through, by the way, next Wednesday. So basically Monday through Wednesday night. This is a pretty good representation of what I think we're going to see, maybe overdoing it a little bit here. This is interesting. I want to show you the precipitation outlook for December 23rd through the 29th, so basically through Christmas, right? When we talk about an El Nino pattern, an El Nino setup, what happens? Well, we typically see warmer and, cooler and wetter conditions in Southern California, drier and warmer conditions in the Pacific Northwest. We're in the transition zone, so we typically maybe see a little bit of both, right? But overall, this is your typical pattern setup for an El Nino event. Now, you may have been hearing about El Nino this year, and yes, there is one. It certainly is out there, and we are looking at that potential of really being impacted that here as we go into winter and even into parts of spring. A little early to be impacted by it now, but we certainly are seeing signs of being impacted by it, certainly as we see this typical pattern set up. Now, warmer than normal conditions are expected in that same time frame. That, of course, is going to mean those higher snow levels. Wave heights, they're not going to be too bad. I mean, we're at about 7 to 8 feet here, but it looks like we are going to see an increase in those wave heights as we see that storm system approaching from the south and west over the weekend. They're your waves, your winds out of the east at 5 to 10 knots, your waves from the west at 7 feet at about 13 seconds here for today. All right, let's get you through the day today. And again, we're going to be looking at some of those high and mid-level clouds. Temperatures-wise, though, basically take the temperatures you saw yesterday, and that's pretty much about what we're going to see here for today. Maybe a little bit warmer in some spots here, actually. But looking at your 7-day outlook, yeah, pushing back not only the rain from Sunday to Monday, but the cooler temperatures, 50s to 40s by the time we get into Sunday, Monday. Snow levels, there it is, 6,000 feet. Still got that chance in there, though, for everyone in Mount Shasta, Alturas, and Susanville as we do go into Wednesday, but should dry out by Thursday. Here's your valley forecast, dry through the weekend. Again, we were supposed to drop down to the mid-50s on Sunday, but we're also supposed to see rain too, but that's gone now. Now it's going to hold off until Monday, cooler temperatures. There's that rain, even until Wednesday, drying out by next Thursday. And your 7-day outlook for the North Coast. There are, of course, those showers coming in as early as Sunday for the coast and even inland, but Trinity County, most likely mainly dry Sunday. Those showers coming in mainly for Monday, Tuesday. And then most of us should start to dry out by the middle to latter part of next week.